Welcome back. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash from Raw Power Sports, the newest and latest, greatest sports programming network coming to a network near you. I'm so happy to be here that I'm tongue-tied. It's beautiful down here at Mandalay Bay, south end of Las Vegas Boulevard. It's hot. It's beautiful. The pool's happening. We're at a great location to be talking about NFL football.
You know, and the football season is right around the corner. We have some really interesting games in week one. None more interesting than the Washington Redskins against the Houston Texans.
Yes.
And I think this could be a really interesting game because it brings together a pass wide receiver connection that's amazing. RG3 and Deshaun Jackson.
It'll be exciting to watch. I bet you they're going to set some records this year. I'd be surprised if they don't. Deshaun Jackson, I think, happy to leave Philadelphia, gets a little bit of a clean slate in Washington. And, of course, now that NFC East rivalry now between Washington and Philadelphia, when that game comes up later on this season, will be interesting. But right now, Washington against the Texans. A lot of changes going on in Texas right now. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the former Buffalo Bills quarterback, seems to have been installed by Bill O'Brien, my former Penn State head coach, as his starting quarterback down in Houston.
Now, the strength, of course, is in the defense with those guys that were, amazing a year before.
Jadeveon Clowney.
And Watts.
And J.J. Watts on the defensive line.
Wow, can you imagine those two guys rushing RG?
I wouldn't want him to be RG3. They'll pin him inside and keep him in the pocket. At least that would be the defensive game plan if it were me.
And this is going to be a defensive-loaded team. There's no question about it. And they could very well give the Redskins fits.
Well, it's that time. What's your selection?
This one's really tough. I think you can make an argument either way. But I'm going to go with the home team in a very, very close defensive battle. I'm going to say 14-13 in favor of the Texans.
I'm going to go the other way. I like the offensive possibility between RG3 and Jackson. I'm going to go 21-10 Washington because still you got Ryan Fitzpatrick under center for Houston, and I'm not sold that he can keep up with the offense lightning that Washington can give you with RG3 back there. So I'm going to definitely take Washington going into Houston for a win here.
It should be a good game nevertheless. It could be really close.
We'll see what happens. We are a few weeks away from all this happening, but we're going to give you our thoughts now. Raw Power Sports, Phillips and Cash. We'll be back with more in a minute.